Kia ora, active listeners. It is your favourite time of the week. It is 3:30 on a Friday. It's a Friday. It's the end of the week, and it is also time for Active Live. If you guys are in your car or at home and thinking to yourself, wow, Ryan's voice sounds so clear today and it sounds so luscious and wonderful, that is because we are in the newly formed, newly put together Ragdoll Recordings, Ragdoll Studios. Joining us today is the very talented Logan Edwards, who has been venturing up and down the country sharing songs off his debut EP. Logan, such an honour to have you and the crew welcoming us into this space and warming the space up. Thank you for coming in.
No worries. Happy to be here.
Awesome. I reckon we jump into a song.
I think so too.
Kia ora. If you have just joined us on 88.6 Radioactive, it is Active Live, and this week we are joined by Logan Edwards in Ragdoll Recordings, Ragdoll Studios, new studio here in Pōneke, Wellington. Logan, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good after the show last night. Boy, that was a good show. That was a real good show. It's lovely to be here. Lovely to christen this new studio. It looks gorgeous. There's going to be some awesome music made in these very walls. But yeah, it's great to be here.
Speaking of the show last night, just a quick question off the rip. Where did you learn to backflip like that? That was really a
Well, the
wild
backflip
gig.
was easy, but the front flip was actually the hard part. It was hard to get over the barrier, but it was good. I got it. I nailed it on the fourth try. I think.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of sensed that was the real land. But
Yeah, the first few were a little rough.
Yeah, a little rough to say the least. Yeah.
Feel sorry for the poor person at the front of the barricade. They got clobbered there a couple of times, eh?
They had it coming, but that's showbiz,
That's show business. So, first solo EP. Congratulations on having that out into the world. And like as a listener, it feels and sounds emotional and raw and honest. How does it feel coming out of the shelter of being in a band and being in bands to now releasing music on your own as Logan Edwards?
It's hard. It's really hard. I love being in a community. I'm lucky enough to have this lovely band around me, Jack, Jakira, Toby, and Josh. But yeah, in terms of the creative way of going on your own, it's definitely hard. You learn a lot about yourself and performing that you didn't usually know. But it's been really cool. It's nice to have the driver's seat, and there's some parts that are hard when you're in the driver's seat, So I've learned lots about both being in a band and being solo. It's good to flex the muscle for sure.
Yeah, well, what have you found being the hardest parts of driving the solo Logan Edwards EP?
Oh, I'm sure my other bandmates would agree there's no one else to blame, if something goes wrong. It's like solo sports versus team sports, But there's also, I think I definitely love the collaboration and a lot during this project I've had to do a lot of phone calls to people to kind of cross-reference. There's a beauty and I do just love collaborating. Jackson, my other band, the Beatniks, and it's really awesome to kind of have ideas together. I think it's great. Rather than there's too many me's going around. I'd much rather have an us,
Yeah, absolutely. And just speaking of collaborators and having people involved, you had Sam Charlesworth help you put this EP together. What was that process like? Obviously being in the Beatniks together, but then kind of coming into your solo project. What did Sam kind of bring to the table?
Oh, Sam. He's wicked. I mean, it was never going to be anyone else. In terms of a songwriter, no one's inspired me more than Sam. I met him when he'd already written 4 albums. And I mean, I've written the songs in a week. He was going away overseas, and we kind of tracked it in 2 weeks. And I don't know, that really showed that collaboration and that we'd been in the room together. And I really enjoyed tracking this EP because things were so fast. And we sat down and we didn't even have to discuss what the vibe of the song was going to be. It was like, we knew what we were doing going into every day. And he's always 6 months ahead of me. So if I don't like something and Sam does, I just go with what he likes because in 6 months I'll probably like it too.
Yeah, nice. Talk to me about the tracking process of putting this EP together, because seeing stuff on your social media, on your Instagram and stuff, it looks like it was all kind of very DIY, put together, done, recorded at your house.
Yeah, at Bedford Studios in Sam's place up in St. Clair. He actually lost all the footage and all the photos that could ever be found at the behind the scenes. So that's why there's no actual footage of it. But using, much like most bedroom studios, but we had a couple microphones in the bathroom, lots of creative fun productions, chips and tricks we were using. So it's been, it was really cool.
Yeah, fantastic. Why are you releasing solo music now? Why now?
Why now?
Yeah.
Why ever? I don't know. Lots of reasons. That's a good question. I'm releasing solo music now to try something new, push myself out of a box. But life is funny. Life has a funny way of pushing you into certain things, and this is my out of that weird space is now the solo project. It felt a little bit inevitable. I feel like for my entire musical career, people were like, "Oh, you ever do solo?" And I never wanted to. And I guess it's really just that week I have to blame or thank, but I just wrote 5 songs in a week, and then that was that, and I'm just kind of following that out, really.
Yeah. Outside of, being in a band and being in the driving seat of this project. How has your writing process changed, writing for Logan Edwards solo compared to writing for one of your other band projects? Has that writing process changed at all?
Sometimes I get plan A. Sometimes I get to. I think I've always in bands, structure and chords and riffs has been more my thing, and I leave the words up to my other very talented bandmates. But it's so I suppose lyrically has been the biggest change. So actually writing the words myself was very terrifying, and I just had to kind of suck it up. And I had a big mantra of everything just has to be honest. So even if I don't like it, as long as it's true, it kind of is a win, because there's nothing worse than not liking a lyric and going, and it doesn't really mean anything, or feeling kind of crap about it. So it was kind of a truth over myself, just getting over it and just like, yep, at least it's honest, probably too honest in parts.
I think the honesty is what connects with people and is what connects with an audience, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's true with a lot of things. Like if you're genuinely having good fun on stage and you're genuine in what you're saying, it's always going to relate to an audience.
Yeah. And speaking of being on stage, you are joined by this incredible band backing you up. How did you choose to put this band together, to represent your music on stage with you? What was that process like?
Well, these three are part of a very, very awesome band in Te Whanganui-a-Tara, Emily Alice. But I actually went to music school with all of them, these three. They didn't allow me in the group chat for a while, but but now we're here and they're in my band and it's awesome. They're all very talented and wonderful people. And then Jack McRae has come into my life in the last year and blessed it. He is drumming in the Beatniks, but he's been around the Ōtepoti scene for a while, and I've known his name and I've known his drumming. But now I've had the pleasure of knowing his awesome self. So yeah, he's joined the band, thank goodness.
Awesome. Well, the band is super tight and it sounds great. So I reckon we jump into another song and highlight that even further. What's this next song?
This next song is the first single I released as a solo project. It's called Worry. It's about lots of different things, worrying being one of them, the other being letting things go or saying goodbye to people or places or times. And yeah, it goes like this.
My sister was born, two strangers were torn. They learned how to hold their breath from off their chin. A love later, so I swore I'd ignore. Please stay home, I'm running out of breath, I'm so tired.
Banger. Great song.
Thanks, bro.
As you mentioned just before, Warrior was the lead single off the EP. Why was that chosen as the first song to introduce the world to Logan?
I mean, it's. I feel I like it being the first word, both stylistically. It feels like a middle ground in terms of the vibes on the EP, but also, and it's probably me at my most vulnerable. Tells a bit of a story. Feels very introductory in a way. In its nature, it's been hard to put it at the end of the set because it just, even though it is big, it just feels very like, hey. Like hi. I don't know. It just feels very greeting-esque, or it feels like it's very vulnerable and like a who I am, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, good answer. What inspired the EP name? Belong to Someone Else.
It's a line from the last song which we're about to play, called Goodbye, which is the parts I call myself belong to someone else. And it kind of was, for a while, I didn't know what the solo project was or why it came about. And it kind of feels like I was very lost. I went through a very tough breakup, and it felt like, a lot of myself was just connected to another person. So that's really literally where it comes from. The naming stuff's hard. So, and it was gonna be like Logan Edwards belongs to someone else. It was gonna be a bit cool. Yeah, I don't know. We left it belong to someone else. I think is just, I don't know. It's interpretable. It makes people ask the question.
I mean, I've released music, and I definitely feel like, once you do release music and you put it out to the world, it's no longer like just your piece of music, right? It's out there in the world, and everybody can kind of have their chance to connect with it and their chance to, form memories with it, and it can belong to someone else.
Yeah, that's way better answer. Yes.
That's my going theory on it.
I like that.
That's how I've interpreted.
I'm going to steal that from now on in interviews. That's way better.
Yeah, nice, nice. I'll give that one to you for free.
Yeah.
Has the writing of this music, or even just the performing of this music, grown or changed you in any way, either as a person or as a musician?
But yeah, definitely singing has definitely been the hard change. I have so much more respect for my bandmates or anyone that sings in a band. You have to take so much more care of it. You're just, guitars, they break strings sometimes, and amps, crap out, but vocals, you have to really care for it. And the mind space of performing too. I'm so used to sitting on the side, either behind a kit or as a guitarist, and it doesn't really matter what mood you're in. The lead person's going to take care of the crowd, and you can smile when you want to smile, but having to actually engage involves a bit of social battery, and I've been hidden away for 6 months, so my battery is like this big, so I have to charge it up before I go on stage. So I'm learning lots of different things like that, which has been really really interesting.
Yeah, I think singing is definitely more physically demanding, eh?
Yeah, it's your body, man. It's like it's not a guitar.
I think for people who have known you prior to going into this record as well, being in other bands, Logan Edwards, guitar shredder, not a lot of guitar shredding on the EP. Not any guitar shredding on the EP.
I shouldn't have soloed in the end of that worry just now.
No, it's a great live edition. I love it.
I was really not wanting to solo on the EP because I think maybe it's an element of, I've done a lot of that on tracks, and it's been a lot of like, oh, we'll solo now. And especially recording it with Sam, it was kind of like, oh, let's be more creative. And so I think that was really fun, and that's kind of the way I'm approaching a lot more songs is, thinking what else you can do. I mean, I do love guitar, and I think it is very emotive, but trying to figure out other ways to do it. And also, throw people a curveball. If they're expecting guitar-y, I won't give it to them until we play it live.
Nice. Keep people guessing. You mentioned just before about a track that you're going to play next, Goodbye, on the EP and about to be live. You had Emily Esplin join you and collaborate with you on that song. How did that come about?
Oh, man. Emily Esplin is so cool. I was drumming in her band when around the time I think I'd finished the EP. Well, definitely the songs finished, but they were kind of in that like post-production phase. And I was playing in a band, and I showed her some of the songs. We weren't that close, and I was playing these songs in her car, and she really liked Goodbye. And I knew that she meant it because we weren't that close at that point, and it wasn't just a mate going, "It's great, sweetie." Like it was a genuine appreciation for that song, which was probably the first person ever in my solo career to be like, feel like outside of the normal friend people. And she really liked it, and I had a solo inch bar gig, and I was like, do you want to sing on it? Like I need another person to do the high octave thing, and she did it so well that I was like, well, can you? Because I didn't know what to do with the ending. I was like, maybe it should be a solo. And it was just kind of this empty, what's going to be in this ending? And she came and sang on it, and she's just incredible, and she absolutely makes the song for me. And no, I didn't leave her out of the credits. She's credited as a performer. We both agreed that it was just more a cool that she wasn't on the title, so you're not looking for her, and then boom, she's in the song. But yeah, she's awesome. I love her very much, and she's going to come join us very shortly.
Yeah.
Is she joining us now?
Yeah, she can join you
Haere
now.
mai, haere
Yeah.
mai.
Just while Emily hops on to the set, in the track, there's a line, "You can't always love who you care for," and I love that line. And I think it's definitely reflective of the sort of the honesty sprinkled in throughout the EP and how raw the whole track list feels. Just in particular with this song, run me through the headspace of where you were at when writing the song, kind of the background to this song,
Oh,
if you don't
brother.
mind.
Yeah. No, it was a tough time. I'd escaped Dunedin. I was feeling very, very lost. Had a very hard time. Very tough week. Toughest week of my life probably. And I went up to Christchurch and I just tried to slow it all down. And I locked my phone in a drawer and I just went on walks. And I did nothing but walk and read for 2 days until suddenly picking up a guitar was like, oh, that's actually kind of fun. And writing is kind of fun. But I wrote Goodbye in 45 minutes. I was completely I wanted to describe the feeling of delusion and grief, and the feeling of, it's kind of a narrative between two people, and it's this idea that you're both kind of just playing these little games of, oh, but I can pretend that, she's just right there and I'm right here, and it's all fine. It's that yeah, right. I think probably right before you do heal and you do have acceptance, it's whatever's right before there when you're really struggling to, get a hold of these, and your brain's having all these ideas of like, oh, it's fine, it's just a dream, it's just that. So it's kind of in that floaty, scary space of just kind of denial, really, in its entirety.
Awesome. Well, should we jump into it and give the track
Let's
a
jump
listen?
right in, guys.
Let's jump into it.
This is Goodbye.
Moments I tried right from the start. Moments sit over. I wanna lie, I wasn't there for what he said. I know it's wrong, but
Thanks very much.
I don't have any words for what just happened. That is one of my favorite songs off the EP, and being in the room, watching that, seeing you guys interact, seeing how you guys get into that, like, yeah, I got no words. That's such a special song, and the way you guys perform it is fantastic. Everybody in the band really highlights their talent in that, and Emily, fantastic voice.
Yeah, big ups to Emily, my goodness.
Yeah, massive.
We
big
really
ups to
shouldn't be
Emily.
getting into it. It's so hard not to. We've got to save our voices for the gig yesterday, but it's just, it's
Yeah.
such a fun song.
Yeah, and speaking of gigs and going on tour, Emily, you're joining Logan on this tour. How's that been? What's that experience been like?
It's been fun. I've had a lot of fun. Fun with friends.
Nice. Have you guys got a favourite tour moment thus far? Outside of the 4 backflips at San Fran last night?
The backflips are really good. Honestly, playing Goodbye, this song in Christchurch was really fun. That was just a good show. That was a real good show.
Christchurch was a good show. Yeah, I don't know. There's been some moments for sure. Yeah, can't think. Jack, you're good with this stuff. Highlights?
8, 9.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't have thrown it to him. Anyway. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had the best like post gig thing on Christchurch. We just went back to my mum's house, put the fire on, and had some rooibos and vanilla chai teas, and played with a back stretching thing. Oh my goodness.
Nice. That sounds like the ultimate gig wind down, eh?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's pretty rock and roll.
Burn the adrenaline off and stretch the back and have a cup of tea. We're coming to the end of this week's Active Live. We do have a bit of a tradition here on Radioactive where the band who was on last asks a question to you guys, and then you guys ask a question to the band on next time. Breaches was the last band that we had on Active Live, and they ask, if you could cover any Kiwi song, what would it be and why?
Ooh. I'm going to use one that I've already technically covered in another band. Death and the Maiden by the Verlaines is a very fun song to cover. A lot of jumping around. It's very, very fun. That's like my favorite. I think that's been my favorite Kiwi song to cover.
Yeah. Why? Like
there's like
just
this,
the energy?
I don't even want you like circus parade-y section that's just ridiculously fun to play live, and it speeds up and it's chaotic, and it's just a good Kiwi classic, you know?
Nice, awesome. And now it's your turn to ask a question for the next band. Can be anything. It does not have to be music related. It can be anything related.
Did you know that there was once a peach-flavoured fruit burst?
Was there?
That's for the next band to decide.
Okay, good question. I feel like we might have some people Googling that right now.
I was Googling. That cost me 2 hours of Googling, just FYI. The answer is yes.
The rabbit hole goes
Disturbing
deep on
as it
that
may
question.
be, the answer is yes. 2012, they switched they replaced the peach with wildberry. I know. Yes, more people need to be talking about this. Thank you.
True. Do you reckon they should bring it back or no?
I think we just acknowledgement is all I'm after. Raising awareness, really. That's my why. Anyway.
Awesome. Well, on that note, Logan and crew, it has been such an honour having you guys in Te Whanganui-a-Tara and at Ragdoll Recordings, Ragdoll Studios, having you on Active Live. It has been such an honour having you guys all come in. Good luck for the show in Auckland. And yeah, thank you. If you guys would like the mic for 30 seconds to tell people where they can find you, what you got coming up, what's going on.
Emily has 2 songs, Paranoia and Eat Me Alive. They're both awesome. Go check those out. I have an EP out called Belong to Someone Else. Emily Alice is 3/4 of this band. They have awesome music. Go check that out. And yeah, you can stream it on anything you stream on, buy it on most things you can buy. I've got CDs. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be up soon into wherever you... And I've been across the motu, but hopefully I'll be back soon enough if you've missed me the first time, yeah.
Awesome. Kia ora. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.